I feel upside down feet inside.
Okay.
And a nose. And I think it's upside down. If she's 13, this is her 10th calf. Okay, quick update, because we're in a bit of a rushed situation. Lydia's been in labor for 2 hours, has not made any progress, and we see no feet, so we're gonna go in and check her out. Calf is alive. So. Hold that for me.
Hello.
Okay, I feel upside down feet inside.
Okay.
And a nose. And I think it's upside down.
That's not good. That's probably why she can't get it out.
Right. The calf is alive because it's moving its mouth.
Okay.
So
Grab a head snare from the clinic on the way, and then I'll be there because I have to. If it's upside down, I'm gonna have to pull it probably upside down or twist it. But I'll have to have it on a head snare to do it. So I'm gonna run by the clinic, grab a head snare. I already left my house, and then I'll be headed to your place.
Okay.
I'll be there as soon as I can.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do we got?
Said you can or
Yeah, I can, yeah. It's kind of on its side, which is better than it being all the way upside down, you know?
I just knew I hadn't felt
Yeah, everything's
that
not
one.
perfect. No.
I felt great. I felt normal.
Well, it's good. I mean, it's good practice to feel all of them,
Right.
though. Kind of know what you're, see how it's coming outside over here?
Yeah.
You kind of know what you're working with there. Fish over getting pickles. Come back here.
Yeah, I like it. I got this one on. You can go with the
You need to go in. What do you want, my hands with this? You just hold that up there like that. I'm going to turn it as I pull. I got it about halfway turned right now, but once I get some pressure on it, I can turn it better. So how old did you say she was? 10 or 13?
No, she's 13. This is her 10th calf.
It's an old cow, man. Getting up there. You know, the oldest cow I ever had. So my granny, every time one of us would turn 1, her grandkids, she would give them a heifer.
Yeah.
For their first birthday.
That's cool.
So that's how you'd start your herd, you know. And
That's kind of what we did with our kids.
yeah, it's a great idea. That's the same thing with mine. So mine, when I was young, I couldn't say anything except this. So all I could say was this.
So what you
So
named
that's
it?
why I named it was this.
We did this and that.
So that, she was a tiger stripe heifer. I don't know why I picked it, but I picked it. And
That's his way.
and she lived to be 26 years old.
Oh, wow.
26
cow or
years.
your
You
calf?
saw it just turned there?
Yeah.
Did you see it pop?
Uh-huh.
She turned to be 26 years old. And she had 22 calves.
Oh, wow.
Well,
I'm
bless
not
her heart.
kidding you.
Yeah.
Only her last 2 years and her first 2 years she didn't have a baby.
Isn't that mama?
Good job, Lydia. Got one coming. That's a big calf.
Yeah.
I don't know there's 2 in there, but
Look at the size of that head.
gosh, it couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
It's still at the moment. The rest of the wrist bag is not this big.
Oh, pop it out, mama. Pop it out.
Yep.
Can you drag that one out? Let me just make sure she ain't got another one in her.
Yeah, please do.
It's a
Because I've missed that before.
We don't want you to miss it tonight.
No, me neither. I really don't want to come back. This one. It's not her fault, just kind of coming out sideways, almost upside down.
Heifer?
no.
Ah, the big old bull.
Son of a gun. Well,
I mean, that's good though. He'll bring you good money.
Big old bull calf.
That's a bull.
That's a bull. So the herd has come up to get some water. And I think they're discovering that there's a new baby. We named him Barney this morning because he's a big boy. You ever drop with the cinnamon? So Lydia here is a 13-year-old full-blood Braunvieh cow, and this was her 10th calf. And I was looking back at her records, and she has had 3 heifers and 6 bulls before this one. So now she's had 7 bulls, and actually now for 6 calves in a row have all been bulls. So she's on a bull streak. Yeah. Of course, when you want heifers out of your cows, you get bulls, and when you want bulls out of your cows, you get heifers. In fact, the vet that came out last night and helped. So last night Barney was coming out sideways, and when I reached in to feel, she had been walking around for a couple hours. Well, not quite 2 hours, but it was getting there. So I called the vet and I was like, something's not right. And he said, asked me to put her in the chute and take a feel and see what I could feel. And I could definitely tell that the feet were upside down, and I knew there was a nose near the feet, but I couldn't exactly tell if it was the same calf nose. I was honestly worried about twins. because she was huge, and thankfully it ended up not being twins, just a very big single bull calf. So anyway, once he knew that the calf was not in the correct position, he swung by his clinic, which is really close to our house, and picked up a calf jack and a head snare so that he could use that if needed to reposition the calf, which I don't think he used the head snare. Pretty sure he did not. He did use the calf jack to apply pressure on the calf to come out the birth canal once he got it in the correct position, which came out really easily. Thankfully, she's a big cow, and she had no trouble delivering him once he was in proper position. So we're thankful for that. I put a weight tape on him last night and measured his hoof at the coronary band. He showed to be 114 pounds on that weight tape. And then this morning I repeated it. It was the same. And I also have a weight tape that I use on older cows or calves, and put that around his rib cage, and it showed to be 116 pounds. So we're just going with an average of 115 pound calf. He's right there, close enough. Sylvia, do you see the new baby? Now you're walking away. So he is a big boy, but he's doing great. We did end up, I didn't get any of this on video. It was about the storm. We were in a hurry. We were tired. It was 1 a.m. So we ended up tubing him a serving of colostrum, just a colostrum supplement. I did put a 5-hour energy into the bottle that we tube fed him, because he was suckling, but it was very, very slow. And a lot of times when calves have been through a long labor or a hard labor, I wouldn't say his pull was hard. He wasn't in the birth canal very long at all. But when they put chains on their feet, sometimes it takes them a while to get up and get to busy trying to suck. But she was great. She was talking to him, trying to get him to nurse. And it was just approaching that 2-hour mark, and we wanted to get some colostrum in him and quite honestly go to bed. So we did that. We tubed him, put the 5-hour energy in there, because I was like, he needs a little more pep in his step. And thankfully this morning when we walked out here, he was nursing on mama. So didn't have to teach him to nurse. I always worry about that with big calves, especially bull calves. So anyway, we're about to move them outside to the pasture. Mama's ready to eat some hay and grass, I'm sure. Don't give me attitude. You need to go. Psh, psh, psh. You're not coming in. You have a friend coming out. Oh, you're going to be a pain. Go. Go. Go have your baby. So sometimes older cows, if you take notice here, she hasn't finished cleaning out her uterus. Her afterbirth is still there. Sometimes older cows have a hard time passing the afterbirth. And then when you add on assisted birth, like Barney had, where you pull a calf, sometimes it doesn't trigger the uterus to make enough contractions. The vet did give her a shot of oxytocin to help, but he said don't worry about it for about 3 days. He did give her some antibiotics too, just because he had hands up in there. So that's a safety precaution anytime you introduce something foreign into them. You should, when the birth is related. I don't know where she went. She's off camera now. She's eating all this green grass. So right around the corner there is the pasture they'll be going to for a few days. So Miss Prairie Flower right there needs to go have your baby. You're due. You were bred the same day. Go have your baby. Something I don't know if we've talked about on this channel. These full-blood Braunvieh cows belong to our in-laws. And they are naming their cows after people in their family tree. So like ancestors they've never met, basically. It's kind of the rule. They have to be gone and did not know who they were. Never met them personally. So there's a Lydia back there. There's a prairie flower. There's a Texana, Lena. So any of our cows, any of these full-blood Braunvieh cows, that's where they get their names from. We came up with that idea years before we ever had cows, and when it finally happened, we just giggled about it and it took off. So we think it's fun. So there really was a prairie flower in my mother-in-law's ancestry. We always said one of the first cows we get will be prairie flower, and the other one was Texana. So Texana was the first, and prairie flower and Lena were the second. Prairie flower was technically the third, but Lena and Texana. Mama's eating. So let's get a little cuddle. You let us cuddle you, buddy? You skinned your nose somewhere last night. Hey, you're a big old boy.